Okay, everyone, now this is the new Little Lizard King Hadley pattern. So cute, made with knit. Y'all know how I feel about knit, you know, so it's all cute, stretchy, make you feel good. I love it. Okay, they have 3 different types: the tunic, the dress, and the top. Okay, so what I am doing is the dress. I just think it's so cute. I just love it. And plus, I mean, I feel like when I do a top, I gotta pair something else with it. So that means I gotta make something. So I'd rather just go on and do the dress and then throw maybe some little shorts or something under it. Yeah, I get a little lazy every now and again. But look how cute this fabric is. I love it so much. I got this from Hawthorne. No, not Dollar General. But I got this from Hawthorne's supply company. So this is super cute. Love it. I have 2 skirt pieces. I have front and back lining. Okay, so this will be my front and back, my front lining and my main lining and back. Okay, just like that. So cute. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so let's start by grabbing our main fabrics. Okay, and we're gonna put these right sides together just like this. Okay, and what I'm gonna do, I am going to line these up here on the shoulder seams. Okay, I'll do this same step for my main. Okay, for my lining, I'm sorry. So we're gonna line here at the shoulder seams, pin, and I will take this to my machine and I will do a 1/2 inch seam allowance, a stretch stitch. Okay, whatever stretch stitch that you use, this is what you'll need to have here. Okay, to sew this. I always do a zigzag stitch. Okay, when it comes to knit, I prefer to have a long stitch. You see what I'm saying? Like a long zigzag stitch. I mean, I think my machine can go all the way to like a 1, and of course that's the length, and that's so tight, and I don't like that. So I like to go maybe about a 3, 2.5 to 3, maybe 3.5 when it comes to my stitch length on with my when I'm sewing with knit. Because the tighter it is, it start bunching up in your machine, and you don't want that. I mean, this fabric too cute to be messing it up. So okay, so that's my main, and now let's get my lining here. And shoot. And so, okay, y'all, since fabric, well, actually it's just cotton fabric. This right here is just one of my husband's, he bought a t-shirt and it was too big. And he was like, he threw it away. And I was like, wait, no, give me that. I can use this. Like, he just wasting shirts around here, wasting fabric. We don't do that. So let's pin our shoulder seams on our lining. I have my main and my lining fabric right sides together. Like I said, I'm taking this to the machine and I'll do a 1/2 inch seam allowance on both. I'm gonna do that, and you do not have to serge your raw ends. We're just gonna press those open, and then when I get back, I will show you how to construct put your bodice together. Okay. I have them attached, my front and back, main and my lining piece here. So what I have it on the wrong side right now because I was trying to make sure I do not get my front and my back mixed up, okay? Because it's really close. And when I got to sewing, and I was like, ooh, what am I gonna do? Ooh. So I'm just gonna take this little pin here and just gonna put this right here so I know that that's my front piece here, okay? So I'm going to have this right side up, and then I'm going to also check my lining piece here because, like I said, it's very close. So I'm going to take a pin here on my lining, and it's on the wrong side, and I'm just going to pin. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to right sides together. Okay, so I'm gonna match my pins up. All right, so I'm going to match my pins up, and I'm going to do this right sides together. So just grab your pins here, and then we're going to match these seams up here, the side seam around the neckline. Okay. So get your neckline, and we're gonna flatten out our shoulder seams on both our lining and our main bodice here. And we're going to pin all the way around. And I'm going to move my pins here that I made for my front and back. I'm just gonna put them down here, okay? Just still stick them there. All right, and like, there we go. So match these side seams up here. Okay, so I have my neckline pinned, just like this, okay? So you see I have it pinned. What I'm gonna do, I'm going to take this to my machine and I'm going to do a 1/2 inch seam allowance around the neckline here. And I will be using a straight stitch, okay? And then I will also trim off my, you know, just maybe 1/4 inch of my seam allowance here. I'm gonna trim that off. And then I will show you how to turn this right side out, okay? Turn it, yeah, right side out, and I'll be back. Okay, so I have sewn my neckline here, my circle hole, okay? And I've trimmed off my seam allowance. Now I'm just going to take this and take my lining piece here, both my lining, my front and back, and I'm going to put it inside of there, just like that. You saw that? All right, cool. So now I'm also going to take this to my iron, and I am going to press along my neckline here to get it all nice and flat, okay? Okay, so that's what I would do, okay? Now this is my front piece again. So now we're going to have to do the burrito method, okay? So we can close up these seams here, okay? So these armholes, okay? So we got the armholes here. I know this right here can be so frustrating. At first when I tried to do this, I promise you, I was like, oh my goodness, like this is a disaster. But I am here to help you with this so we can, you know, be great together, okay? All right, so this is what you're gonna do. What you have to think about is you just need to focus on one side of your bodice. So this is the side. I'm gonna focus on the one that's closest to me, okay? All right, bring this up a little. All right, so I'm gonna focus on this side right here. This is my armhole right here, okay? Here's my armhole on both sides, just like this, okay? Now, take the one that's furthest from you and just roll it in. Roll it in just like that, okay? You see I got my main and my lining rolled in. Now, the one that's closest to you, the armhole that's closest to you, we're going to take these apart, the main and the lining, just like that. Take your main and flip it over. This, and when you flip it, it's automatically gonna wanna touch each other. Okay, just like that. Boom. All right, do it again. Now, and this is gonna end up right sides together, because you see this right here is wrong side together. And it's gonna end up like that, right sides together, and we're going to pin, okay? All right, we're going to pin. And open it. And just match those two seams up, okay? And pin. And I'm going to take this to the machine and do a 1/2 inch seam allowance. And then I will come back to show you how to do the burrito method for your other side, okay? And I'll be back. Okay, so I have my one arm here enclosed using the burrito method. Now what I'm going to do next, I am going to take this, like, pull it out, okay? Just like that. All right, look at that. Nice looking arm, huh? Hold on, let me get it right. Okay. See? Now, look at that. Now, that is enclosed. Now, we're going to spin this baby around. Okay? We're going to spin it around. And now we're going to do that same method again. Okay? So, as I was sewing this, I was thinking, what is a way I can, like, you know, everybody like food. So, burritos, yes, good. Okay, I like it. So, let's just think of this as food, right? All right, let's think of this as food. Okay, so this right here is the enclosed side here, okay? And we're gonna do this burrito method again. Let's think of this as the meat. That's the ground beef. This is the cheese. Sour cream. What else we like on our stuff?
Doritos.
Not the Doritos. And cheese. I said cheese. And salsa. Okay. Boo. One more time for salsa.
Meat.
I already said meat. But okay. Now, so that's what that is here. As I was rolling it, and you can do that again for the, for when you're gonna start it. Start your burrito method. But let's think of it that way. So this is all our toppings right here, okay? Now, have a one side, which is our main side, but this is gonna be one side of our taco. We're gonna call it a taco, not a burrito, okay? So here's one side of our taco, and we need to, put that, get our stuffing and put it in there just like that, right? And then here is, we're gonna hold it like that. We got the other side of our taco right there. So now we got both of them, just like that, okay? So both for our taco. So now we're going to put those right sides together, just like that, okay? Open this seam up here, pin. All right.
Mama.
We're gonna pin along this. Oh, God. And then we're just gonna do a 1/2 inch seam allowance, trim off our raw ends, making sure with a zigzag stitch or a stretch stitch. We're gonna make sure that we do not cut any of our seams, okay? Boom. All right, take this to the machine and we're going to sew, and I'll be back. Okay, so we just finished the burrito method. We're gonna change it up. Miley made me do it, crew. Y'all, we're gonna call this the taco method. Made a whole lot more sense to me doing the taco method than the burrito method. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. All right, so now what we're gonna do now, we're going to enclose these. We're gonna make this, put this together. You know what I'm saying? Put this bodice together. Make it look like something other than a rectangular with a hole in it. You know what I mean? So now just take the sides here, and we're going to, you see, I got both sides, my front and back side here, and I am going to take them and I'm going to match the seams up here, okay, where this U shape is. All right, and then I am going to, hold on, let's find this seam. So I got my seam here, my underarm seam, and I'm going to pin and pin this U shape up here, okay? I'm gonna do this also for the other side. Take this to the machine, do a 1/2 inch seam allowance, and just trim it, making sure I do not trim off my threads, okay? This is the other side here, just like that. Take it, put it together, right sides together. This dress is so simple and so fast to make. Like,
Is it, Mama?
so yeah. There we go. Alright, now let's take this to the machine and sew both of our underarm seams, okay? Our side seams, or I think it's an underarm seam. I don't know. You know what, you get what I'm saying. I'll be back. All right, so our bodice is done. So cute. I think it's so freaking adorable. Now let's bring in our skirt piece here and put this to the side. And we're going to construct our skirt. So what we're gonna do is let's take it apart, and we're gonna right sides together it, okay? All right. This one. All right, got my skirt piece here, and we're gonna put it right sides together. And what I'm gonna do is I am going to pin on both of my short sides here. Gonna pin those on both sides. And then I'm going to take this to my machine and do a 1/2 inch seam allowance on both sides here. Okay? I'm going to do a 1/2 inch seam allowance, and then I will also serge off my raw ends. I will also take this to my machine. I'm just going to do a gathering stitch here. Okay, so I have my skirt gathered. I haven't hemmed yet, but I did put my hem tape, and I'll take that off and I will hem in a minute. So now grab your skirt, and we're gonna turn it wrong side out, just like this. Okay, and we're gonna grab our bodice, and we're going to take our bodice and we're gonna put it inside our skirt, just like that, right sides together. Okay. Okay, and I'm going to match my seams, my side seams. My bodice side seam will match the side seam of my skirt piece here. Okay, and go to the other side. All right, and match it. And what I will do is I am going to pin my bodice on to my skirt here. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. So we're just going to make sure that this matches here. Okay, everything matches, and we're just gonna pin all the way around. And then I'll take this to the machine, do a 1/2 inch seam allowance with a stretch stitch, and I will also serge off my raw ends here. All right, y'all, now look at that. Isn't this so cute? I went ahead and hem the bottom of my dress here. Well, Miley's dress is super cute and I love it. Now let's see Miley with this on.